Hello everyone and welcome to the first match of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 2. So we're starting all over again. We're in the group stage, we're in Group A, and the first match is between the Belarusian NightWolf player NightWolf here in the bottom left spawn position in yellow. Altar first for him, Moonwell second for him. He has participated in Season 1 already. He managed to win his group in Season 1 but then had to voluntarily withdraw from the tournament because he got sick right before the finals. But now he's back and he's gonna give it another shot. And his first opponent is the German undead player HasuObs, the undead player who's spawning here in gray in the top right corner of Twisted Meadows. And yeah, he didn't participate previously. He currently, at the time this game was played, was the German champion, so defending the German pride here. And starting off the tournament with a HasuObs game against NightWolf on Twisted Meadows is definitely an interesting first game, because HasuObs against NightWolf was kind of its own matchup already, but against NightWolf on Twisted Meadows, those games tended to be very long. Like HasuObs, one of the players who was maybe the most patient of all of them in Undead against NightWolf, with gargoyle harassments, with hit and run expansions, etc. So yeah, those tended to be pretty unique games and strategically interesting. To some, maybe a little bit boring, but we'll see how this game is gonna go. Both of the players here scouting in both directions in the beginning. They're gonna find out, or they already have found out, that it is cross positions. DH first for the NightWolf, late Ancient War inside of his base, so still going for this rather old school kind of build. Doesn't want to fall for any kind of early ghoul pressure, and at the same time doesn't want to use the Ancient War early on to do some creeping, so he's gonna want to rely on harassment. The Death Knight, well, we find out, I guess, if there had been an Ancient War creep, then he definitely would have relied on harassment as well. We'll see if he's still gonna go for a straight up confrontation with this Demon Hunter early on. The Acolyte has fallen. The Demon Hunter, as you can see, has already skilled here. Not quite sure what. The DK, on the other hand, has also skilled already. He's going for the Aura first, so anticipating some confrontation with the Demon Hunter perhaps, and some uselessness of a potential Death Coil skill first. The first Ghoul is being blocked here quite nicely by NightWolf with the Wisp. He's really giving it his all, now failing to do the block in the meantime. Now he started attacking, I think, slightly too late, as he was busy with the block. Demon Hunter has to retreat, and Ruben Tower is soon to finish, and he doesn't want to get stuck in the undead base too early on. The DK starts creeping down here. Already used one charge of the Rod of Necromancy. Here is one skeleton, not really sure where the other one is. Okay, the DH has 12 XP, so I guess he may have detonated it. Yeah, he detonated it. The Death Knight is missing some mana, and the heroes haven't really confronted each other yet, so that there must have been a detonate on the DK. And the Swiss Pasu pulling his ghouls, wants to get basically the best out of this early game here. It looks like with the cross spawns, with the Ancient War inside of the NightWolf base, with the decent number of archers that NightWolf already has, Hasu doesn't want to go for some early pressure, just wants to run around the map, gather a bit of XP. He's about half a level ahead currently. The archers heading across the map there. I mean, given that the Death Knight skilled Aura first, it's quite a risk to take to go so far out of the main base with these archers. He didn't find the undead yet, but he seems to have somewhat of a grasp on where he's at, and yeah, now he found him. The archers pretty much exposed. HasuObs, is he gonna chase after them? NightWolf immediately pulling down closer towards his main base, and the Demon Hunter from the top coming in again to do some more harassment. So just both of them running around a little bit. Hasu continues scouting, sends another skeleton towards the base here. The archer's actually not able to finish it, but there is one. And that's another... No, okay, I guess not. That's no more XP for the Demon Hunter. DK and the Ghoul is pulling back. And so far, no one of them is really getting anything more done. HasuObs with the second crypt, with the graveyard. So we're gonna see his gargoyles here. His trademark unit, Wisp, is pulling away as the DK is coming. But since there's no coil for him, there's not nearly enough damage output to get this Wisp killed here. In the meantime, in the NightWolf main base, his tech should be a little bit faster. Hunter's Hall is about to finish. Yeah, his tech is a little bit ahead. And Hasu is going to leave his base right now. Again, Demon Hunter still didn't use a single skill. I still assume that he skilled Mana Burn. Just think, since he saw the aura first of the Death Knight, he didn't want to use any Mana Burns early on, because, you know, if Hasu decided to still go for some tier 1 aggression and the Demon Hunter had used mana already, then the Moonverse would be a lot less efficient for his healing, since replenishing mana is 4 times as expensive as replenishing HP. So both of them creeping right next to each other. NightWolf securing himself the Forest Troll Berserker. HasuObs just going for the null camp. Pretty risky creep camp to take here for NightWolf. But then again, there's no coil for Hasu yet, and he's only got a few goose, so I guess a calculated risk which paid off here. Demon Hunter and Panda closing in on level 2. Demon Hunter with a Wind of Mana stealing and the Slippers and surround immediately on him. And I think he's gonna have to, yeah, he's gonna have to use the Town Portal. There's no way in hell that he can let this DH go down. Even though it was only level 1, he would have exposed all of his archers and he would have lost a decent load of units here, I imagine. Hasu with a very quick tier 3 tech. He's added his first 2 gargoyles. Ancient Protector is coming in the Night Death base immediately, so he doesn't want to have to deal at least with the initial harassment, as long as there are only a couple of gargoyles out for HasuObs. You know, once there are like 10 gargoyles, then the one Ancient Protector isn't going to do too much anymore. Anyway, so yeah, the DH, not really sure where he was running. Panda continues scripting here, gets a level 2 from the shop. And more gargoyles are being produced by Hasu, who steals the tome here. And yeah, it's just trying to dance around, but against all of the piercing damage here, against the archers and the Forest Troll Berserker, it's pretty difficult to do anything, at least as long as he doesn't bring his ghouls to, you know, apply some more pressure as well. You know, these days you might see a Naga, but not with, not combined with a gargoyle gameplay, but just as a tradition to apply more pressure until the tier 3 push occurs, which is of course not going to happen in this game, because Hasu is going for an entirely different strategy. So yeah, he's going for a very quick tier 3 tech here, as I mentioned. And you know, the question is always, how long does the undead, in these cases, want to stay on tier 2? How much does he want to rely on just the pure mass of gargoyles and the harassment? And in HasuObs' case here, the answer is probably not for all too long. He can eventually add a Lich, add a Orb of Corruption, perhaps, you know, go for a slaughterhouse in addition, maybe even a boneyard or an expansion, which of course is also kind of in Hasu's comfort zone. And he finds the Flute of Accuracy and an XP tome on the Panda, very quick level 3 for him. So this mid game is going very well so far for NightWolf. I mean, yeah, he's lost 1 archer here. His creeping has been slightly delayed, but you know, that's not all too big a deal. Now Hasu, as he's got 5 gargs, starts doing some more aggressive hit and run. He gets one of the wisps, but the Panda all by himself can already deal with these gargoyles just by being such a huge threat to DH. Continues creeping this Goblin Laboratory all by himself, and a very quick shredder for NightWolf as well. So yeah, he doesn't want to have to deal with any lumber issues anytime soon. Of course, for HasuObs, in these kind of games, especially on Twisted Meadows, yeah, we see he's gonna creep the Laboratory, and I'm assuming that this camp will be crept next. Yeah, in Hasu's games against NightWolf, especially on Twisted Meadows, this phase of the game isn't really where the game is decided. You know, in this phase he cannot really fight straight up. That's just normal, and all he wants to do before, you know, getting the expansion, etc., there's a Zeppelin, is to delay the Night Elf by as much as he can to at least make him pay for leveling his heroes, which wasn't all too successful in this game, but is usually not game deciding. And NightWolf is getting aggressive here without a Town Portal. Pretty early on, gargoyles and the DK are flying across the river here. More gargoyles coming, no Lich yet. And okay, NightWolf is just continuing to creep. I was assuming he might want to head here because it's a very obvious spot for HasuObs to creep. But yeah, as he's finished already, as the Zeppelin is on cooldown, there's not really too much that NightWolf could have done. up top there anyways. Level 3 for the DH now as well. Still no Town Hall. This is really risky. The DK with level 4 Potion of Restoration and the Wands of Illusion. And the Zeppelin is already dropping the Acolyte down here. So there's the expansion. Not yet by NightWolf, but I'm assuming as soon as this one is scrapped, which seems to be on the agenda, he's gonna want to expand there, or perhaps somewhere else. Hasu already, oops, with the first shade out, so this is going to turn into a pretty, yeah, economy-based late game. Night Heroes are looking pretty good already, and Hasu is just gonna start expanding, start doing hit and run. And actually, there's the expansion here. Okay, this is a bit of a gamble. It's super difficult to defend against a undead player who's doing hit and run. But at the same time, you know, it's not the first place an undead player would think of scouting 2 hippogriffs, or 4 hippogriffs actually in total out, 2 new ones out, and being killed immediately. The Demon Hunter rather exposed all by himself with the orb, and the Shredder is going to be taken down. Even with all these wisps, it doesn't look like he's gonna have the repair power to deal with that. And yeah, the hit and run of HasuObs, the serious late game hit and run, begins right now. Wand of Illusion he used, I think he saw that one, so he's not gonna waste a mana burn or anything on this illusion. And a very, very quick addition of those hippogriffs by NightWolf. Something that in the EPS we've seen, or at least I remember seeing Hanf do a couple times, and against a few players, not against HasuObs, but against Protoss, for example, it worked very well, going only for 1 Ancient of Lore, and the quick hippogriffs, the quick roared hippogriffs against the gargoyles, to be able to confront them pretty early on in the game, and not just you know, basically play the Undead's game where you just react to the hit and runs and level up your heroes, and you know, the game drags on for an hour. So expansion of HasuObs has finished. Another tower coming. The Necropolis is gonna finish. He's gonna be able to saturate that. And is he gonna scout down here? It looks like the answer is no for the moment. I guess all the illusions of Hasu are now gone. By the way, by seeing the Wands of Illusion, NightWolf has officially, and I guess the Potion of Restoration as well, NightWolf has officially confirmed that the island has been cracked, because these items do not drop anywhere else on Twisted Meadows, and therefore he was, you know, pretty sure about it anyways, but now it's officially confirmed. NightWolf is going for his own island as well, with the orb, with the hippogriffs. Very, very easy to creep. Panda level 4 already, and the Undead also continues creeping. Lich has been added. He's gonna get the level 3 here. Death Knight level 5 already. Wow. So yeah, he's been pretty successful in leveling that one up. I mean, he's scrapped a little bit on the ground. He's done some hit and runs, and of course the red camp on the island, which he got, and for which he got bonus XP because he didn't have the Lich added yet. Definitely contributed to the quick level 5 on the DK, level 3 on the Lich. Not quite. I'm wondering if the Death Knight was far enough away, and a Zapper bought by Hasu. But there's the Undead armies, the Night Elf armies right there. I guess this one isn't really gonna be too great. And yeah, it's just being picked off. Maybe a little bit sloppily scouted there by Hasu. Then again, if he had moved the Shade in first and then moved it out again and then just bought the Zapper, would have wasted quite a bit of time. Now, by killing just one Null Warden, Hasu secures the level 3 for himself. And now one of the issues with the Hippogriffs begins, because level 5 Death Knight and level 3 Lich really provide some nice hit and run and nuking opportunities against those Hippogriffs. In the meantime, what's happening in the base? Hasu had 700 gold only. I'm assuming he's not gonna... Okay, some lags happening here. He's not gonna wanna go over 50 supply all too soon. He's at 900 gold right now. In the meantime, NightWolf, with his expansion running, which has been scouted in the meantime by HasuObs, so I'm assuming we're gonna see an attack happening against that one soon. NightWolf has already broken into low upkeep. He's at 60 supply. And yeah, Hasu, I'm guessing after scouting this expansion, now he's breaking rather quickly as well. Going up to 54 supply. I don't really see him producing anywhere. And now he cancelled. Yeah, I'm not really sure where the 54 supply were coming from. But okay, he cancelled again. Zeppelin here scouts the NightWolf army, and the Zeppelin will be taken down by the Hippogriffs. There's only one Nerubian tower defending here. Hasu, in the meantime, is going to creep the next island. By the way, a second expansion here for NightWolf.
Our forces are under attack.
And yeah, we're gonna see the attack happening. He's got one staff here, which he can pass, of course, in between the heroes. And staff 2 units with only one staff, since this is still 1.21. And Hasu, curious, is he gonna defend this? Yes, he is town portaling in. Quite a risky move, I'd say. 57 supply for Hasu right now, as he's breaking very, very passive town portal. And the Night Elf, I think, could just fly in here with the Hippogriffs. I mean, there's one Spirit Tower, but that one's attacking anyway. But it looks like he doesn't really dare attacking these gargoyles yet. Potion of Restoration used by the Demon Hunter here. Looks like he found that in the bottom left corner. Breath of Fire by the Panda didn't really hit too successfully the gargoyles. Yeah, he doesn't want to commit here. He doesn't want to, you know, basically play the hit and run game of Hasu, which he's trying to get going here. And as you can see, he just quickly went for it, and he immediately lost one Hippogriff, another one almost dying. But at the same time, as long as Hasu doesn't commit here, he's very likely gonna lose his expansion, excuse me. Next Hippogriff gets coiled to the ground. The one Dryad gets picked off level 4 on the Lich already. Is there another scroll on the DK? No, there isn't. So that's a bit of an issue. Frost Nova going into the Hippogriff. The Panda is way out of position, so no Breath of Fire coming in for the moment. And HasuObs making very good use of the Panda's position here. Scroll of Potion of Restoration used on the Lich to get another Nova into those Hippogriffs. And it looks like Hasu is probably even going to win the air fight. Now a Frostworm is coming in, and all of a sudden there's nothing remaining for NightWolf except for his 2 heroes, 3 ranged units and 1 bear. And it looks like HasuObs should be able to defend this here. The Town Portal has to be used by NightWolf. So Hasu is doing a very good job with the hit and run here on his gargoyles without even having a heal scroll against a level 4, almost 5 Panda already. So all of the Hippogriffs have fallen, and NightWolf, well, fortunately for him, he's got 2 expansions. Is this one running already? Not really. Now it starts running. Luckily for NightWolf, he's got 2 expansions, so he's going to be able to reinforce quickly. But yeah, that was definitely well handled by the Undead player. And he still has his expansion running, and I'm assuming he's gonna eventually... Is that a Zeppelin? Yeah, that's a Zeppelin, so he's gonna take the second island expansion as well. And he's even gonna go for the attack here. The gold mine has been killed. I'm assuming he probably got a Zepper, because all of his air units were occupied until just a second ago. But yeah, this is one of these games, like, very economically minded. A lot of stuff happening at the same time, so yeah, sorry if I'm missing parts of it. Energy pendant found here by the Demon Hunter, which he's gonna be able to give to the Panda to provide him with some more mana. And yeah, level 5 Panda with more Breaths of Fire is definitely gonna come in handy. Lich in the meantime using a replenishment potion, which he must have found up here, where he's now taking his second expansion. In the meantime, NightWolf also retaking his second expansion, so for the moment both of the players on 1 expansion only. But HasuObs, after this fight, I mean, compare the supply, it's a 16 advantage for Hasu. Still, he's lacking a heal scroll, I feel like, at least one against a level 5 Panda. Getting another Worm, getting another Gargoyle, by the way, 2-0 upgrades on the Gargoyles and the Worm. The Night Elf units, 1-0 upgrade, but it's, yeah, okay, it's basically the majority of his units, since Hippos, Bears, Dryads, they all are upgraded with the same upgrade. Lich finds the Orb of Darkness, which is basically a clause of attack +9 for +5 for him. So not too lucky there. And it looks like NightWolf is going to go for another attack here. It looks like he's heading towards the lab here once again. The Acolyte is going to see that though. And HasuObs is actually, yeah, going to be the first one to arrive at his opponent's main base. And I'm guessing the shop is... Oh, he's not even going for it. He's going maybe... Wow, he's going straight for the main. Okay, so just wants to pull the town portal here. He's satisfied with forcing NightWolf back. And that's exactly what's happening. A bunch of hippos yeah, once again flying in, but Hasu is doing a pretty good job here. Another Nova into those hippos, just making sure that he's getting away very easily with the gargoyles, with the Unholy Aura against slowed hippogriffs. Where are they? There they are. It's a rather easy escape, of course. And the next Necropolis is about to finish here, so we're gonna see the second undead expansion fully saturated in just a second. By the way, we just passed the 20-minute mark, which means these gold mines are about to run out, especially the NightWolf gold mine. And the Lich is getting closer and closer to level 5 as well. HasuObs just taking a whole bunch of creep camps here on the top with the solo Lich, like the red camp, the spawn position here, the green camp, and this one, second worm, has joined the army in the meantime. And okay, despite the Death Knight being there, it's still going to be enough for the Lich to get up to level 5. So yeah, he's going to be satisfied with that. The Night Elf needs a little bit more XP on the DH to get level 5 on that one as well. And HasuObs for the moment is maintaining his supply advantage. And is even getting a third expansion, towering it up. But the Wisp there is going to scout that already. I'm assuming this expansion is only going to be saturated once the main has run out. And now the shop is going to get picked off. Just quickly, yeah, Coil Nova on the Demon Hunter is so powerful with these strong heroes. He's actually not killing the shop. But yeah, look at the Demon Hunter suffering here already. He's got one bear only, which might be a little bit, yeah, too few. Second bear joining the army right now. Rejuvenation on the Demon Hunter. Bit of a waste. I'm assuming he ordered the rejuvenation before he used the Moonwells. Then he used the Moonwells and was at almost full HP already. And still got the rejuvenation in. So yeah, a bit of a waste. The archers here and in upcoming Ancient of War doing some harassment. But HasuObs sending 4 Goose over. So these are going to be able to deal with the with this harassment very easily. Another Coil Nova and the Demon Hunter. I think he just used the heal potion, which he previously bought on the shop before it went down. But next time is going to be bad. Next Coil Nova is not quite going to kill him, but almost. He still has an Invul potion. But, you know, HasuObs just slowly apparently wants to get rid of all of the defensive measures on this DH. But at the same time, his mana is also slowly deteriorating. Another expansion is being set in place here by HasuObs. He's just taking half this map. He's towering up here very heavily. Just wants to make sure he doesn't fall to any harassment anymore. And that's not going to happen. He's staying very close to the Night Elf spaces. So as soon as he would go for a, you know, proper attack, he'd just lose his Tree of Eternity and a bunch of Moonwells, I'm assuming. Maybe his Tree of Eternity and then the Ancients of Wind first, because you know, being tier 1, he wouldn't be able to replace them. 2-0 on the Hippos, by the way, in the meantime. 3-0 on the Gargoyles. Coil Nova kills another Forest Troll. Berserker here. Death Knight 5.5 already here. I'm assuming he'd probably skill level 3 Aura if he reached level 6. Since there's not really any ground units to revive with the ultimate. And there's not really the danger of having his Death Knight focused, since the entire strategy of NightWolf is based on winning the air fight. So roared hippos right now, but there are so many towers finished already for HasuObs. I'm not really sure if this is the greatest idea. I think HasuObs could commit to this fight above the towers with his gargoyles and his heroes. But let's see what he's going to choose to do. It's 77 supply for him, 78 for NightWolf. Yeah, Hasu invested into like 12 expansions all across the map, and therefore his army isn't too huge. Coil Nova coming in onto the air units of the Night Elf. One of the hippos has fallen, and it looks like he's even willing to just park his hippogriffs above the towers here to just force the gargoyles to, yeah, face this panda here. But this Hasu, who's focusing the panda first, trying to force him back. A couple of these hippogriffs getting a little bit over eager. Drunken Haze coming onto the Gargoyles, but Hasu pulling back immediately. He really wants to dodge this Breath of Fire here, and so far he's managed to do that very well. The Acolytes have all fallen, so that's basically all that NightWolf wants to achieve for now. He can't take his sweet time with taking down the rest of the expansion. Another Hippogriff is reinforcing the army. It's still 74 supply for Hasu, 70 for NightWolf only. Another Nova did come in, 150 mana burn by the Demon Hunter, and there's a level 6 for the Death Knight by killing the the Shredder here, and yeah, there's the level 3 Unholy Aura. I think the very reasonable choice by the Night Elf. With the Hippos being staffed here. Gargoyles flying in from the top again. There's the new Gunner Demon Hunter, and he's pulling the Town Portal at 22 HP. Now finally the Panda gets his first really good Drunken Haze Breath of Fire combination in against those Gargoyles, but yeah, the fight is over. There's no follow-up damage. He can just put them onto the ground and quickly regenerate. In the meantime, this expansion is, well, somewhat being, yeah, he's building more Acolytes for that one, and for that one down here. This one, still 3000 gold in there. Another expansion here for the Night Elf as well. NightWolf, yeah, really falling behind economy-wise here. As we can see on the minimap, Hasu has 4 expansions, 2 of which are fully running. This is somewhat running. Yeah, being secured right now as well. And this one is going to be running eventually as well. And this one is falling. It looks... of course, he didn't rebuild the shop yet. So he had to go to the Goblin Merchant to get a new Town Portal. And it just wasn't in time. He didn't even rebuy a Town Portal yet. He's really starting to feel the economic disadvantage here, NightWolf. That is, he still has a pretty huge army. Okay, looks like he's just gonna take this one, get another item, get another bunch of XP. But Hasu, in the meantime, has reached the expansion here. And yeah, if this one falls, then it's only gonna be the island and another one which is coming on the left-hand side right now. Looks like Hasu doesn't want to commit to the fight here. There's no room for him to do any hit and runs, and he's Town Portaling out of there. Yeah, another bunch of legs apparently. Maybe that's also why he didn't want to commit to the fight. And I guess this was just a micro bug. I don't think he wanted to intentionally creep this with a solo Demon Hunter while having the fight with the Undead. So yeah, this expansion is still up. This one is still up. And the island is still up as well. So, okay, he's gonna have 3 expansions running in just a second. So I guess his economic situation isn't all too bad, but Hasu is really in his comfort zone right now. Just continues the hit and run. Another Town Portal has been bought by him. 75 supply. He's got the 3 attack upgrades already, and NightWolf is forced to play the Undead's game. Still doesn't have a Town Portal. Has to run up here. Has to fly up with the Hippos, but those are really awkwardly positioned. Okay, the Panda is coming in. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire is sitting very nicely. Now he can follow it up with his Hippogriffs, taking down only one of the Gargoyles. Okay, maybe a little bit afraid there, since I think he didn't really see where exactly the Undead heroes were. Another Nova's coming in onto those Hippogriffs, but didn't do all too much. And now the Lich is out of mana. He does not have a potion. Dark Ritual though, perhaps. Demon Hunter now with the anti-magic potion cannot be nuked for 15 seconds. So yeah, that's gonna give him a little bit of breathing space. The Hippos once again need to make sure not to fall for this hit and run that Hasu wants to play. Yeah, he's just flying in, poking back. Now Dark Ritual has been used on one of the Gargoyles, and the Lich is looking just fine again. He's gonna be able to come in. Nova onto the Hippogriffs. The Worms getting Drunken Haze, being slowed down a little bit. And once again, the Hippos are being pulled back a tiny moment too late, losing one of them. But in the meantime, the Night Elf heroes and the Bears are being given some time to work in between those towers and to work against the Acolytes. The towers are nicely micro to take down one Hippogriff after another. Another Bear is being sniped off here by HasuObs, and NightWolf is losing more and more units here, and his air army is just being, yeah, slowly worked to low HP, and getting out of there was the only choice he had. Had the Town Portal in his inventory, luckily for him, because yeah, the majority or many of the Hippos, as you can see, were on low HP. And yeah, therefore the next Nova, plus I'm assuming maybe just a commitment to a fight, especially thanks to the 2 heal scrolls that Hasu still had, would have really broken the Night Elf's neck here. Now we can even see the Freezing Breath upgrade by the Frostworms, which is a really rare sight, but in this case, yeah, it's doing just fine. The Wisp cannot be fully produced right now, but Hasu has to fall back. But as you can see, this is not really a big deal to him at all. Heal scroll has been bought and used already by NightWolf, and HasuObs can just fly away with his air units, can just run away with his Death Knight and his Lich. I mean, he's got the level 3 Unholy Aura and Boots of Speed on the Lich on top of that, just to make sure to definitely not, you know, get caught in an awkward position by a Town Portal, and he's doing that just fine so far. Even the first expansion hasn't even run out, and he's just, you know, ran down the map, going for a little bit more hit and run, going for another strike against the main base. One of the Ancients of Wind is gonna not fall once again. Like, he's really good at almost taking down buildings here. But I feel like he can just maybe take this fight here. Straight up, Drunken Haze is coming in. He's just quickly landing the gargoyles to get rid of the effect here, to get rid of the misses, to get rid of the burning effect eventually. Now the hippos are coming in, so that's going to be a little bit harder for HasuObs to fight right now. And therefore, he's pulling back. Let's just see, is he transitioning at all, or is he just going to go full hit and run? And more, yeah, another expansion is being put into place here by Hasu. Maybe he's even going to creep here and then take the next island, which it looks like is going to be the case. Yeah, sending another Ecolite down, and never mind. I was about to say, and breaking into high upkeep, but he's not doing so. I feel like there's not really any need to do so for him currently. Now he's getting two Zappers, but since there's Nature's Blessing, he is going to have to do a little bit of follow-up damage with the rest of his army, but he's right there to do it, so this expansion should be doomed. Town Portal is coming in from NightWolf though, since he just saw the army with the... No, that's unfortunate. Since he just saw the army with the Wisp that passed by, and he doesn't want to lose the expansion here apparently. Both of them... Oh no, it's only Hasu expanding. This is an Ancient of War. No, Tree of Life. Yeah, and Hasu just makes the best out of the situation. Uses the Zapper to get rid of the second Ancient of Wind, of one of the Moonrise, and really do a lot of damage to the altar of Elders. Falling back. NightWolf even supply block currently. Another nuke going onto the Demon Hunter here. Is there a staff on the Panda? There isn't. There's nothing on the Demon Hunter here, but Rejuvenation and the incoming Hippogriffs really force Hasu to get going here. And it looks like, is he even going to commit here? It looks like for the moment the Panda is coming in from the bottom right now. Breath of Fire is coming in, and immediately Hasu has to fall back. I think this may have been a little bit of a mistake here. Hasu's still up at 80 supply though, 81 to be exact. And he's got so many resources. One of the Frost Worms is falling, providing a huge bunch of XP to the Demon Hunter. And both of the Night Elf heroes slowly getting closer to level 6 here, which would of course be a huge deal. The next Nova by the Lich going into the Hippogriffs, doing a bit more damage to those. And level 6 on the Lich, by the way, as well. In the meantime, the Bears have taken care of this expansion down here. So once again, a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, and once the smoke clears, let's look at what's left on the field. 70 supply almost for NightWolf. He's got plenty of gold, but he was supply blocked for quite a long time here. 1,300. He's going to be able to buy plenty of stuff here with the Demon Hunter. Buys another heal scroll, buys a town portal, uses dust once again. He's done it a couple times, but didn't really get anything. Get a shade revealed thus far. Coil Nova by the undead heroes, killing another 2 hippogriffs. And still 3 expansions for the Night Elf, who's rebuilding Moonrise here on the left-hand side right now. In the meantime, for HasuObs, 1,800 gold. And now he's breaking into high upkeep officially. 1,800 gold, 85 supply. So yeah, things still looking good. I think if HasuObs goes to 100 supply right now once, and then really commits to this air fight, then he should be in good shape. And it seems like he's probably aiming to do just that. The only problem for him, I feel like, might be the Night Elf heroes, since the Panda is very close to getting level 6 here. Demon Hunter still has a pretty long while to go. Yeah, 91 supply for HasuObs. A third crypt. He's just going full gargoyles. And yeah, I feel like, you know, with 30 supply advantage, okay, I'm guessing he's not going to keep that for too long, as the Moonwells of NightWolf have now finished, and he's going to be able to produce more. Oh no, he's actually not, right? Because, does he have new Ancients of Wind? He's just getting them now. Yeah, that's a very big problem for NightWolf. He's not going to be able to reproduce hippogriffs for another little while, and HasuObs is closing in on 100 supply already. And if he realizes that, which I'm assuming he is, because he just recently killed the Ancients of Wind, then he might just be confident enough to take a fight and maybe finish the game here. 20 supply advantage right now. Yeah, a bunch of gargoyles up here. Killed the Entangled Gold Mine. The Wisps are on the run. Triple Ancient of Wind is being built. 2 of them finishing just now, but it might be too late here. HasuObs totally out of mana though. I mean, the Lich can always use Dark Ritual, but the DK is out of mana. 2 heal scrolls for him. Or is he really giving NightWolf the chance to stabilize here? He's immediately starting to produce again. HasuObs is still on the run. He's on 91 supply. And yeah, while he's on the run here, let's just quickly check. This one's almost empty. This one must have run out already. Yeah, it's been sold already. So we do have 3 expansions for HasuObs currently. This one is going to be the next one, I'm assuming. And 2 for the NightWolf. This one, yeah, clearly has run out already as well. And it looks like he is the one committing again here. 96 supply for HasuObs, almost 80 for NightWolf, and now the Panda has reached level 6. Let's see if he's gonna use that ultimate right now. He does have, oh, he's using Drunken Haze. He doesn't have the mana for the ultimate right now. I'm not really sure. I mean, a Breath of Fire into all of these weak units is great, but there's still a heal scroll for HasuObs, so I'm not really a great fan of that decision, but he decides to not go for the ultimate here. Okay, uses Breath of Fire, level 7 for the DK. HasuObs is doing a great job sniping out all of the Hippogriffs, and now it's only bears against a huge load, against 85 supply of Undead Air Army. And, well, at least on the Panda there was no Town Portal. I'm not sure about the Demon Hunter, but NightWolf decides to leave the game, and HasuObs is taking the victory here on map number 1, a classic HasuObs game on Twisted Meadows, going for the strategic approach, slowly getting his advantage here, doing hit and runs, hurting the Night Elf's economy, just, you know, poking wherever he finds a weak spot. In the meantime, expanding, getting the superior army, doing great hit and runs here against the Hippogriffs, against, you know, eventually the bears, and yeah, just playing a very well organized game. And yeah, he's taking the victory here on the first map. And as I said in the introduction video, this is one of the 3 best of 3s on which I cannot fully provide all of the games, because the second map was a disconnect. After 6 minutes on Echo Isles, HasuObs disconnected, and NightWolf ended up getting the death win on that map. So yeah, there's nothing I can show you there, and therefore we're gonna head with a 1-1 score straight into map number 3, which is going to be on Turtle Rock.